I'm back, yay! So, I wanted to talk today about what I'm just calling almosts. I kind of had a January of almosts where I thought that the new year was starting out like, oh my god, all my acting dreams are gonna come true and like baby steps are gonna like lead to the other ones because I'll say the first almost is that I almost got a manager. He emailed me back saying he was very interested. I actually met with him and the meeting went really well. Like we were both really on board with things and I could tell he was excited to work with me and I was excited to work with him, and like he was asking me about my career goals and all that stuff, and he said, great, I'll email you like the contract, like the contract, like the SAG contract next week. And so I waited, and then I got an email saying that after talking with my team, other people at his, sorry, there's a cat. Say hello! After talking them over, they decided to go, quote, non-exclusive with me for a while I develop myself more. Which I have mixed feelings about because the whole thing we were talking about at the meeting was how he was going to help develop me as a new talent, and he was saying things like, yes, I will send you the contract, yes, I want to work with you, like such absolute things. And then to get that email, I was like, no, like there goes everything, because I had all these things of like, he's gonna help get me a commercial agent, he's gonna help me find good classes to take and make really great connections, like some of his clients have done were like, well thanks, and I'm like, yay, finally. So that was almost number one. The good news is that he still says like he wants to work with me, again, non-exclusively at first, which again, no contract, develop me more, and maybe he'd be willing to sign once I get a commercial agent, which I'm like, but I was hoping that you would help me get a commercial agent, and maybe he still will. We'll see. Anyway, that's where that is. And then the second almost of January was that I submitted myself for a role. I believe it was actually like a grad student film, but it was paid well, and it was SAG, and it was eventually hopefully going to be turned into a recurring series, so that would not just be like one payment, but multiple. And he emailed me back saying, of everyone that submitted, your reel was my favorite, like I really think you'd be great for this role, I want to meet and you can read the script for me just to kind of, so I can hear you out loud, but like I'm pretty sure we want to go with you. And I was like, yeah, this sounds great. Okay. And so we did, and we met, and we like read a scene, and it was really casual, and we're like, cool, and he was showing me all these things that made it seem like I had it, because he was like, and this is the location, we'd be going up to Northern California and staying there for like 2 weeks, and we'd pay for accommodation and travel and all that, and I'm like, yay, vacation. And so he was all like, yeah, great, so I am meeting a few other people this week, but again, like, your reel was my favorite, like, they were just kind of backups. I'm like, great, cool, awesome. He's like, oh, you'll hear from me next week. And that was like a Tuesday, and like Wednesday or Thursday, I sent an email back, like following up, just being like, hey, like, it was great meeting with you, let me know your final decision, something like that. It's just kind of like, you know, nudge it forwards. And he responded with, yeah, there's a lot of good talent out there, it's gonna be a tough decision. And I was like, oh no, like, and that's when I knew that like I didn't have it anymore. And I waited, and I never got the call / email back, and it's just like so close, like what am I, And Drew, probably a lot of people watching this know who that is, had a very similar experience of like getting called back for something and being like one of two people and then like not getting it. And there's actually been like studies shown that like almost victories are more painful than just flat out losing. Like people in third place are happier than people in second place in things like the Olympics, because people in third place are just happy to have placed, like they're excited that they got placed, but people in second place are more disappointed because they're like, oh, but I was so close to first and I didn't make it. And that's how I feel. So that being said, like, I'm so grateful I have at least like gotten close, and maybe like that guy will keep me in mind for future projects, and hopefully things maybe still will work out with this manager. But I think just I got my hopes up so far, and then so yeah, I feel like almosts are a thing. A lot of actors, artists, even just anyone like applying for a job or like being in a relationship, like almosts are such a shitty thing, but they happen so often. So that's just what I'm dealing with right now. Getting over a January of almosts.